So you're losing, it comes out to me, like most people, when they get a lead, when they get leads coming in, they're losing about 90% of the possible business they could get simply because they're not following up. They assume because people don't buy straight away, they're not going to buy at all. They don't want to. And it's far from the truth, you know. Now, we can kind of follow people up without explicitly getting their contact details by using tracking pixels. Well, that's becoming more and more difficult as Apple have changed their rules. Indeed, GDPR means it's not necessarily kosher to do so. So that's getting more difficult. But you can do it to an extent, but most people don't even do that. But you know, there's one marketer out there who has been claiming since 2017 lead generation is dead. He's as full of shit as a septic tank, because I see ads from him nearly every day on Instagram doing lead generation. I mean, that is so dishonest. He's a piece of fucking shit. It really is. But the point is, lead generation is simply you get someone's details, from however you get them, doesn't really matter. There's loads of ways to do that. But you get their details and then you follow up their interest. Yeah? And there's the ultimate follow-up strategy I've got for people if they're interested. You want to know what it is?
What is it?
The ultimate follow-up strategy. It works better than anything else we should ever do. And that is, you follow up immediately and forever, and you keep doing it, and you stop only when they buy, die, or tell you to stop.
Buy, die, or unsubscribe.
Yeah, or just say, don't do this anymore. Because, you know, most people have got this, and the people, particularly email marketing, which we'll talk about in a minute, people are fixated by open rates. It's a little bit like people on the equivalent to my social media would be their views, likes, comments, and shares. They're obsessed by these metrics. And what they don't realize is that, you know, your reported open rate on email is about half of what your actual open rate is because of the mechanics of it. I don't want to go into detail, but, you know, if you've got a reported open rate of 25%, your actual open rate is probably about 50, something like that. Well, that's pretty good, you know, because it means that 50% of the people on average are opening your emails every day. What you don't realize is it's not the same 50%. There's probably a hardcore of a few percent who read everything. I know there are because they've told me, and mine for a start. But most people, they don't. And you know, I don't have any email list I'm on that I read every single day religiously. I just don't. Well, that doesn't mean I'm not interested in the topic. It just means that I've got other things to do. So when you send an email sequence out of 3 emails and someone doesn't buy, you know, what happens is people get despondent. Oh, no one's interested. It's shit. It's failed. But it hasn't. It's just that you have unrealistic expectations of what you can expect. It's like people on LinkedIn who post a post, often attention seeking, things like, I've had these awful DMs, and right from now on, any man who sends me a bad DM and an unpleasant DM, I'm going to name and shame. No one gives a shit anyway. And 2, your post has got a lifespan of about 6 to 12 hours, and then it's gone. No one gives a shit about it. You know, social media, email, things like that, even direct mail are transitory. So you need to keep hitting them with a hammer almost. It's like cracking a rock open. You can hit the rock 100 times and nothing happens. And the 101st hit, the rock splits. So it's a little bit like this. To crack these nuts, you have to keep hammering away at it. So direct follow-up is absolutely paramount. You've got to be relentless about it. And if you start not doing it because you think, because sometimes, you know, you will get unpleasant responses sometimes. If you let that put you off en masse, you're making a mistake. If you let their silence, what you take as their tacit rejection, put you off, you fail. Because, you know, it's anyone who takes this kind of rejection personally is immediately losing, I think. So follow up immediately and forever, and only stop when they buy, die, or tell you to. It's as simple as that.